Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. This is our match reaction for Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 1. If you are new around here, make sure you are subscribing. We just hit 29,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone for the channel, to be honest. So, yeah, your support is absolutely massive. Make sure you hit that like button. It is a defeat. First one in what feels like a very long time. And most importantly, comment your thoughts on how you're feeling. To be honest, I feel all right. Have I got to change the title? I feel all right. I feel like I feel all right, to be honest. I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm annoyed mainly at the second half performance, to be honest. Let me just change this 2 seconds. I know it's not the greatest of situations, but we're here. Right, if I just change this quickly. Yeah, I think it's very frustrating and annoying, but I think we've only kind of got ourselves to blame a little bit. I think we started the game really well. I think first half we were very good. We matched them. I thought that we did a perfect first half, if that makes any sense at all. I think we did like everything that we needed to do. I think we were resolute. I think we defended well. I think we posed them some massive problems. We were a threat. We just did what we needed to do in the first half, and I think I thought we did fine. I thought we competed well in a difficult game because we know that they wanted to be intense, they wanted to beat us, etc. They're top of the league. And the first half, I thought Onana was absolutely fantastic. I thought Onana was strong, bursting forward, driving through them. Ollie Watkins had that shot, which he should have hit the target. He had another one when he was through and he missed the target. We had the Sancho offside. So we created like some really good looks, some really good openings, and we didn't really take our chances. And in a game like this, you have got to take your chances. You've got to be clinical. You've got to, when you get opportunities, put them away. And then second half, we just crumbled. We imploded. And it was probably partly to do with Onana going off. And obviously, we've got no Kamara, no Onana, midfield's looking stretched. And I feel like Emery knew what he probably should have done, and he did it. And I was watching the watch along, and I said, we're getting overrun. We were getting overrun centrally. And that's the area where, in this game, that's where you beat Arsenal. You beat them centrally, you overrun them, you run through them. Exactly what we was doing in the first half. And in the second half, when Onana went off and we put McGinn, even though McGinn is a good central midfielder, he can play there, and Yuri in there, it's still not enough. And it was just frustrating that we got overrun in that area. And if we have a little look at the tactical pad, you can see that you got Onana goes off, you bring on McGinn in there, and it needed that extra body, because when Diaz in and around here, these two are a little bit isolated further forward. Sancho was just in and around here. And what Emery did was fine, because he put Bogard in there. So he then put Bogard in there, which gave us that extra player in there. And we then brought on Garcia, who, to be honest, was way off the pace, as you'd expect from a player that hasn't played for a very, very long time. And then we concede on the corner. So the corner that we concede, the first one, Buendia's on Gabriel, which is a bit of a problem size-wise, and Martinez was just, I don't know what he's doing, guys. He was poor against Chelsea on that set piece, and he's been poor again on the set piece tonight. He should have claimed it. He should have been stronger. He should have probably got in between Gabriel and been a lot stronger in that situation. So I think Martinez is definitely at fault. We kind of crumble. The second goal comes, it's quite central with Zubamendi running clean through, straight through between the lines. Again, that shows you that we've got a real problem in a central area of the pitch. The next one, Digne, just doesn't clear it. Just stick your foot through it and clear it and get rid of it. And we don't. We dwell on it. And then the last one's a really good finish from Jesus. So, yeah, we've been beat 4-1. But at the end of the day, we're still third. And we've beat Arsenal at Villa Park. So it's not all that bad, is it? We've beat them once this season. They've beat us. So we've just got to make sure we just regroup now, get back on track. We've got Kamara, Cash back. Not sure what's going on with Onana, how long he's going to be out. We need Pau Torres to come back into the side as well. So I think it's a frustrating night, but we can all see where the problems were tonight centrally, and then we saw the keeper again, and he's got to improve on this, Martinez, because he's starting to be a bit shaky sometimes from set pieces. And there's times where I'm at Villa Park and I'm watching him and I'm like, he comes, he gathers, he gobbles things up. And then there's times like Chelsea and tonight where he's weak. And I don't expect that from him. So I think that's where we are. I think we are competing for top 4. I think that's the aim. I did my transfer episode earlier and I said Champions League's our priority. That's what we need to qualify for. But I just think if we're being realistic, we got overrun tonight and the players that we've got missing just don't really help that situation at all. So I'll keep it short and sweet. We'll do the player ratings. We'll run through the player ratings and then we'll just park it and move on. I think that's the best situation to have from a Villa point of view. Anyway, we've got over 400 people watching. Make sure you are hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I say, we've just hit 29,000. So that's a huge number for me and my channel. So yeah, keep helping to support. So let's do the player ratings then. Let's run through them. And we will go, first of all, we'll go with Martinez as he's the first one that is on my list tonight. Let's move the chat. Right. I give him a 4. I think that first goal was just shocking from him, to be honest. Not good enough, too weak. Did make a good save in the second half. I can't remember. Is he make it off Saka? But he's got to start improving on this, guys. What is his problem? I just don't get it. Why is he so weak at it? I don't know. Anyway, Concert, I'll give a 6. Digne, I'll give a 5 for that goal that he should have just cleared it at the edge of the box. McGinn, when he came on, 5. Felt like he got overrun. Yuri, 5. I think he just tried too many flicks and little just passes that just weren't great tonight. Lack of conviction a little bit. Bogard, do you know what? I'll give him like a 5.5. Out of position. Tried his best. But unfortunately, he got targeted. And he got overrun, which we should probably help him out a little bit more. So I go 5.5 for Bogard. Buendia, 5. He's just not the guy, guys. I'm sorry, he's just not the guy. Unfortunately, I'm going to say he's not the guy. For me, he's not a 90-minute player, and I just don't see enough. So I think he's a squad player for Villa, and I think he's a bench player, and he comes off the bench and he makes an impact. But even in a game like today, he didn't show enough, did he? There's just not enough quality there, to be honest. Watkins, probably a high score. I know a lot of you might give him a low score because of the chances he missed, but he caused quite a bit of chaos in that first half. He got his goal. I think it's important that he keeps scoring, so his confidence is fine. You know, he scored 2 against Chelsea, 1 against Arsenal. So, yeah, probably should take one of those chances in the first half, but he caused them big problems. Rodgers, 5. Didn't really seem too much tonight, if I'm being totally honest. So he gets a 5. Lindelof, 5. I actually don't think Lindelof did massive amounts of things wrong. Garcia, we have to be brutally honest, 4. Not at the level. Miles off the level. That's why Emery doesn't play him. And that may seem a little bit harsh, but he got absolutely done for that 1 goal. Wasn't up to speed. He's not going to be a Villa starter for me. So, yeah, I think I've seen I'm not seen enough, but I've seen enough to warrant that decision. I don't think Matson Onana, I'll give him a 7 because I thought he was brilliant in that first half. Villa's best player by a mile in the first half. Marlon was bright when he came on, did well for the goal. I'll give him, say, a 6. Sancho, 5, didn't really work, did it? And a couple of the other lads came on, Jimo Aloba, Hemmings, but, you know, I thought Jimo Aloba looked all right as well, to be honest. And Unai Emery, I'm going to give him what do I give him? I'm going to give him a 5. Why am I giving him a 5? I think a 5 because I feel like he should have spotted that weakness in the second half a lot earlier. Because anyone that's in here from the watch along will know that I said we need to get Bogard in central midfield because we're being overrun. And I spotted it, and I think Unai probably should have spotted it as well. So I think we learned from this. We learned from this game. Of course, we'll definitely learn things from it. And we need to just regroup now, ready for Nottingham Forest, because that is going to be a difficult game at Villa Park. So I think I am frustrated. I am annoyed. I feel like we are better than that. But at the same time, if you play like that and you make those mistakes and you do those things wrong, then ultimately you do deserve to lose the game, which is what we did. One thing I will say, and I don't want to be that guy, but the ref was a joke, mate. The ref was a joke. I mean, that 2 cynical fouls that we saw from, was it Marino or Saka, and he didn't get booked, and you know, he should have had another yellow, Marino. I mean, the ref didn't help the situation for Villa either, so I think there was that slight element to it at times. But we did get beat, so there we go. So I just think I'll keep it short, sharp, and sweet. Move on from it, and I'll be back tomorrow for an episode about Nottingham Forest. Transfer window opens, and then we'll have a opposition preview coming out on Friday, and then the game, fan cams, etc. on Saturday. So cheers, everyone. Up the Villa, keep the faith, and we're still third no matter what anyway. So we're 9 points clear in third place. So all is not that bad for Aston Villa. Up the Villa.